Hello guys and welcome to this video. In this video or maybe from this video, we are going to start a new series of Perplexity. Let us first understand what is Perplexity and how it is different than ChatGPT. Okay, so when it comes to the Perplexity, right, the first difference that came into picture is purpose, right? So as we all know, that ChatGPT is something which is designed for a conversational AI, right? That is a conversational tool, right? Whereas when it comes to Perplexity, so Perplexity mainly access like how well the language model predicts a text, right? So it's more of a predicting the text and giving the responses, whereas AI chat GPT is just like a conversational tool, right? So it does not predicts the your language, right? It does not predicts your language very well, right? Whereas Perplexity predicts that way better. Okay, then comes your usage, right? So ChatGPT is an interactive chatbot, as we all know, right? So the purpose and use is kind of a same thing. So ChatGPT is an interactive chatbot, whereas when it comes to Perplexity, the metrics it is completely based upon the model's understanding, right? Whether how much better your model understand and like how much good it gives the responses and how much better it understands what you are trying to say, right? So yeah, then comes your response depth. The third difference is depth in the responses. So chat gpt gives you a detailed responses, right? Now why chat gpt gives you a detailed responses? See, as I told you, it's a AI conversational tool. So it tries to have a conversation with you, right? It chat gpt tries to have a conversation with you guys, and so that's why it gives you more detailed sentences, whereas Perplexity gives you a text, a very precise and text probabilities, based on the text probability, it gives you a precise responses, right? Where comes the third fourth difference is data requirements, right? So chat gpt is a fine tuned on a human interaction. As see, the major difference between both, Perplexity is not for a human interaction and ChatGPT is for a human interaction, right? So that is the major difference. So of course, this one aspect, that human interactivity and like more conversational style, this one aspect will be a game changer in all the certain all the following aspects, right? So when it comes to data requirement, as ChatGPT is fine-tuned on a human interactions, right? Perplexity requires extensive and various text for testing. Okay, so chat gpt that is fine-tuned over human interaction, right? So the more you interact, the more better you will get the output. But when it comes to the Perplexity, so it requires extensive and various varied text for testing your data, right? Then comes your training data, right? Chat gpt learns from dialogues, right? Whatever dialogue you say, whatever is the way of your conversation, chat gpt learns from that, right? Whereas Perplexity again use text prediction and based on that text prediction, right, whatever text you are giving him, it accurates it data, right? Then comes your real time learning. ChatGPT can adapt via the updates, whereas Perplexity cannot learn on its own. ChatGPT has the capability to learn on its own, as there is something called feedback based learning, right? So there is something called feedback based learning. So ChatGPT has that ability that it can learn on its own, whereas Perplexity cannot learn on its own, right? So that is a major difference that comes into picture, that we have the self-learning capability with ChatGPT but not with Perplexity. Then comes your interactivity. ChatGPT is interactive, whereas Perplexity is passive and works under the hood. Okay, so ChatGPT, Perplexity is not that interactive. ChatGPT is more interactive, as because by definition itself, ChatGPT is designed for a purpose of being interactive. So that's why it is of course more interactive. Then comes your evaluation, right? So Perplexity is a statistical measure, whereas ChatGPT provides you more practical approaches, right? when it comes to the evaluation, so Perplexity relies totally on your stats, right? What your stats says, whereas ChatGPT relies on what practically possible and like what practically you should do or what practically you should say or something like that, right? So ChatGPT relies on a practical conversation, whereas Perplexity relies on a statistical measures for your evaluation part, right? Then comes your scalability, right? Which one is more scalable? So ChatGPT can be scaled for more users, whereas Perplexity is for limited users. Okay, so that's that. See, throughout, if you remember, right, throughout this complete course, I have used ChatGPT more and none other AI tools. Why? That is the reason, right? As you can see over here, the more ChatGPT is more scalable, ChatGPT gives you more practical responses, ChatGPT is more interactive, ChatGPT have self-learning capabilities, ChatGPT learn from your past experiences, right? It is more tuned on a human interaction and all those things. So ChatGPT always has a upper hand, right? Whereas Perplexity and any other AI model, they just play on your statistical data. They are more rigid to the answers and all those things. Okay, so yeah, when it comes to scalability, Perplexity is limited to the certain amount of users, whereas ChatGPT can be scaled for more users, right? Then comes your flexibility. Okay, ChatGPT can adjust the tone, right? ChatGPT can adjust its tone based upon what type of tone you want, whereas Perplexity is inflexible. It is straightforward. It is the way it is talking, it will talk in that particular way only. As yeah, again, I don't want to repeat it again and again. The main purpose of ChatGPT is for human interaction, right? So whenever there is a human interaction, you should be able to play with tone. You should be able to play with like any other human traits that are there, right? Tone friendly and like all these things, right? So ChatGPT, again, by birth it is there, right? By birth, in genes of ChatGPT, all these things are inbuilt because it is designed for this particular purpose, right? Then comes your user centric approaches, right? So ChatGPT is user focused, whereas Perplexity is for developers, right? So Perplexity is more for a developer use case, whereas ChatGPT is more for a normal user focused and all those things. One more thing, error handling. So as ChatGPT can learn on its own, right? So ChatGPT can always backtrack and learn from its previous errors, whereas when it comes to Perplexity, it cannot self-correct. Okay, so that is the again a major difference of error handling. ChatGPT can backtrack and learn from its errors, whereas Perplexity cannot learn from its errors, right? It does not self-correct itself. Then comes your applications. So ChatGPT is a chatbot, where Perplexity is a NLP model quality, right? So what is Perplexity? Perplexity is nothing but a NLP. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Okay, so I guess that is it for the video. Not video actually. That is it for the differences between ChatGPT and Perplexity. And so I hope the differences are clear. And as per me, it totally depends upon your use case, what type of use case you want. If you are a normal user, you just want your queries to be answered in a more practical way, more better way, tone friendly way, and all those things, you can definitely go with ChatGPT. But if you want some rigid replies, right, short replies, precise replies, if you are a developer, then definitely you should go with the Perplexity AI. Okay, so yes, I guess that's it for this video. And in the next video, we will see the user interface of Perplexity, and we will dive deep into the Perplexity model. So yep, that's it. We'll meet you again in the next video. Till then, thank you and bye bye.